I think I was wrong about Vinland Saga. What I once thought was a shonen manga targeted towards tween and teenage boys, I now think is a seinen manga targeted at adult men and older because the imagery and symbolism is so rich and heavy that I'm starting to rethink the purpose of this manga completely. What I once thought it was a manga about action and adventure and just your run-of-the-mill everyday shonen manga, with the hero, the protagonist, everyone has a dream, has a goal. I've now seen that this manga and anime is anything but. So let's break down episode 9 of season 2 and see why this manga is really wowing me and surprising me, and I think it'll surprise you as well. And just a fair warning, there will be some spoilers, so be aware. Episode 9 is called Oath, and the name refers to Thorfinn's oath to never again do harm to others or commit any acts of violence. A noble oath that Thorfinn feels he must enact upon in order to receive retribution and forgiveness for all the past crimes of evil and harm that he's done to others. We start off the episode in Thorfinn's dream world. Actually, most of the episode is Thorfinn's just dreaming. And it starts off as a good dream with him and his father in a life that he should have or could have had if not for, just reality being as harsh and cruel as it is. Funny enough, in the dream, Thorfinn thinks he's dreaming, where he dreams of his actual life where he's a warrior fighting on the battlefield and killing many people. This is where it gets kind of freaky because basically Thor's and Thorfinn have a small dialogue and there's a lot of symbolism in there, so I'd rather you just go watch it for yourself so you can interpret it how you want to. But Thor's and Thorfinn have this small dialogue, and then after that they're trapped almost by, I want to say, souls that they've killed. Because if you think about it, Thorfinn and Thor's are very much alike. We're introduced to Thor as a very passive and not aggressive man. However, he was definitely a fierce warrior in his time. So I'm sure the things that afflict Thorfinn have also afflicted Thor's at one point in time, and have also made him get to this conclusion of having no enemies and a true warrior needing no sword. We then see Thorfinn fall into this pit. And honestly, yeah, my first thought when I saw the pit was this is Valhalla, and this is what the Norse heroes and legends of old, this is their heaven. This is what they pray for and hope for. And it's kind of funny because to be honest, in my opinion, I've always thought of the afterlife, well, not necessarily, but, and not to step on anyone's foot religion wise, but I always thought of the afterlife as whatever you believe or depict or believe in your lifetime of what it will be, that's where you will go for the most part. Like, if you do believe there's a heaven and hell, then there will be a heaven and hell. It's just a theory. I like to play around with theories like that. But it's so interesting that this is Yukimura's idea of Valhalla, and it seems kind of accurate because basically there's a bunch of skeletons fighting in a red pit of blood, and they're laughing almost because it's like, this is what they wanted. This is the glory, just to be able to fight in eternity. This is not what all Norse Vikings say. You earn your fight in the eternal battlefield of Valhalla. So it just was very interesting to see this depicted in the actual show. And I don't want to get into too much details, but this is where I was like, this show is not for teenagers. Because I know I don't remember the last time I had a nightmare, but I'm pretty sure if I watched this at 13 or 14 years old, I would definitely have nightmares. Because it got crazy. The symbolism was crazy, the dead, and just like, the sheer thought of being trapped in this area. And basically, I don't want to get into details, but Escalade is there. And he's somewhat almost like a saving grace for Thorfinn yet again. And this is where we see that Escalade actually wasn't as bad as we think, especially in Thorfinn's life. He was actually a very pivotal part of his life and his matriculation. And this is how we know that all of this is very much in Thorfinn's head, because Escalade in the dream goes out somewhat of the same way that he goes out in real life, and just trying to save Thorfinn in a sense. trying to be the bigger man and do the right thing. We then see all the souls of the people that Thorfinn has killed in his lifetime, and I'm like, damn, that guy caught some bodies. That boy had some bodies on his belt. He was doing his thing. But yeah, part of me was like, boo, boo, where's the action? Then another part of me was like, see, that's not what Vinland Saga's about. It's not about becoming the hero, and no, it's not about that. What Vinland Saga is about is a young man conquering his demons. And, it's funny because every shonen manga or anime, it's always this protagonist trying to conquer the world and be great. Like Luffy wants to be the Pirate King. Naruto wants to be Hokage. Fire Force, he just wants to be a hero. He's like, I don't care, I just want to be a hero. I actually just started Fire Force, by the way, so new video coming out on that soon. And then, yeah, someone's just always trying to be the hero or trying to be something that they're not. Thorfinn's just trying to be him. Thorfinn wants to be the opposite. This is what made me feel like, okay, this is not a shonen manga by any means, because Thorfinn just wants to be different. Like, most shonen manga, they're kind of solved with violence. Like, everything is violence. Like, Luffy solves most of his problems with his fists. Naruto solved a lot of his problems with his fists. Even Dragon Ball Z, everything's about fighting. But this show is the antithesis of any manga or anime that I've honestly ever watched. Obviously, I don't watch a lot of the slice of life stuff that's not fighting, but yes, Thorfinn doesn't want to fight. That's his battle. That's his battle, and that's his oath. He doesn't want to fight anymore. He doesn't want to do violence. And that's the battle, and that's how he'll become a true warrior. I didn't really understand it till now, but now I get it. Let me know what you guys think. I think that's the lesson that Yukimura is trying to go for. It's also interesting to note that Thorfinn and Canute, they almost swapped and traded places, because Canute before was very pacified. He didn't want to fight. He didn't believe in violence, but now he's leading this whole war front, and he's a very strict and aggressive king. So it's very interesting. I think they're gonna maybe highlight that a little bit more as time goes on in the season. Also, let me know what you think of episode 9 when you see it. You won't be disappointed. But my boy Thorfinn was on some heavy psychedelics or whatever, because his dreams are just getting crazier and crazier. That episode was so beautiful though, with the imagery and just the symbolism. It was a really good episode. Yeah, Vinland Saga has had no misses so far. And then just the music, everything's on point. Honestly, I don't know. I don't see any anime top. This anime deserves almost an award. I don't know what awards they do for manga, but this one deserves it for sure. But other than that, I don't want to talk you guys heads off. I want you guys to watch it for yourself and enjoy it, and let me know what you think. But I hope to see you guys again soon. And remember to always find your zen, your final form. And I'll see you next time.
What? Let's go. Bitch, my hoe. 100 round bitch, my clothes. 100 round bitch, my pole.